Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the 2021 Junior Gold Championships from Indianapolis. My name is Aaron Smith, and we are getting ready for the final qualifying round here in the U20 division for both the boys and the girls. It's been an exciting 3 rounds so far here at Expo and Western Bowl, and we are getting ready for this final 4 games to determine the players moving on to the advances round, kicking off tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. We're just about ready to get started here. We're going to go to the lanes at Expo Bowl first, where the girls are bowling at. So let's bring them into the mix right here. But let's also introduce the Bowl TV crew joining us here today. So we'll kick things off with Jason Thomas, who's over at Western Bowl right now. There he is. Hey, JT.
Hello. Hello. Good morning still. Yes. Morning. How are you, Aaron Smith?
I'm here. I'm ready. And, this is, we've kind of talked about leading up to it. This is kind of the first of many steps here to kind of get closer and closer to crowning our first Junior Gold champion of 2021. Unfortunately, after this round, we're going to have to say goodbye to a couple people. We're having our first cut, and things are going to start getting a little more serious at both of these centers as we get down to 85 boys, 40 girls, and then cutting the field more so tomorrow until we get down to the top 16 for match play. But I'm excited to hear the numbers, excited to look at the numbers a little bit more. And I know the person who likes talking numbers is Inside Bowling's Mike Flanagan, who's here at Expo Bowl. And there he is. Hi, Mike.
Hi. The number I got for you on this one is 4. 4. That's my number. Because this is the 4th pattern that we've seen. This is the 4th qualifying squad. And we're going to have a cut coming up here, which will cover all that, of course. But it'll be interesting to see how pattern number 4 plays. You know, it's been a complete test for all the bowlers so far, seeing a variety. We saw the short pattern that we believe was the short pattern to start yesterday. Then a medium pattern. We saw a long pattern this morning, we believe. And now we get to kind of analyze what they're bowling on now, which looks to me, just from watching a little bit of practice, a medium pattern again. But we will wait and see as it develops.
Yeah, I'm seeing something similar, Aaron, but I'll save that until we get over to the boys' side to kind of analyze what it looks like we're bowling on.
All right, we will switch back and forth throughout the course of the block. We're kicking things off, though, as we mentioned, with the girls' division here at Expo Bowl. If you're over at bowltv.com, you can watch 4 channels, 16 lanes from each center. So a great variety to be able to cycle through, find your favorite athletes as they hit the live stream pairs. For the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we also have a commentary channel. That's what you're watching right now, available on bowltv.com. But you get that full access by becoming a Bowl TV subscriber. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well. But let's go full screen here. There we go. And take a look at the action from Expo.
Yeah, so this morning, these young ladies took the lanes and were playing between 17 and 15, treating the second arrow or the 10 board as kind of the gutter, playing in the middle of the lane here. And now we get a chance to really see how they're attacking the lanes here. Further out, it looks like. Plenty of friction on the outside part of the lane.
And our competitors joining us here, we are watching, for those on bowltv.com, this is Expo number 3, lanes 59 through 62. We have over on 5960 Morgan Nunn, who has that 610 left to shoot on lane 60. Lyric Osteen, and then Abby Sarmiento. And over on 61 and 62, to your right, Mabel Cummins, who's a member of Junior Team USA, a collegiate standout at Vanderbilt University. Erica Lohr, and unfortunately the last name there covered up a little bit by the speaker, so we'll catch the back of her jersey. She comes to lane 61, but we can see a couple players who have had success so far throughout the course of the event. Both Mabel and Morgan kind of attacking this pattern from the outside portion of the lane.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like if you really get it to the right early, it's got a lot of friction. I've seen a couple of players go high already. And it looks like it's one of those tricky patterns where if you start to move your feet left and you start to try to throw it to it, that may not ever really come back. Rocket to the pocket there on lane 60. This is gonna cause for premium shot making. It looks like, which what you would expect in the fourth round of qualifying before we make a cut.
And once again, the cut's going to be the thing we're going to be looking at throughout the course of this round. In the U20 girls division, just 2 players averaging better than 200 so far through 12 games. Jenna Williams out of Florida is at plus 48, so she gave a couple pins back to the field in that last round. We caught her for one game. She shot 223. She started off a little bit rough, though, on that round 3 pattern, 142 out of the gates. Bowled a little bit better as the block went on. She's at plus 48, so her 120 pin lead on the field now down to 42 to second place as Mabel Cummins moved into second place plus 6. So very steady performance over the course of these 12 games so far for Mabel. That last block, she went 8-20, so 20 over to get to the right side of plus. Did have a 150 game in there, but started off with the 244, so started off strong. And then a couple of 210s to wrap up the block. Brianna Madison from Lincoln, Nebraska, -5, tied with Caroline Thieser, the 2019 U17 champion. For third place, Ashley Morrow, who was in second after day 1, dropped to 5th. She's at -11. Jordan Munt at -12. Morgan Nunn, we're currently watching her at -39. In 7th place, Caitlin Orasek, Yorkville, Illinois, -53. Brooke Roberts, -73. And Amber Elliott, -96. That's your top 10. But the number we're looking at in the girls division is 40th to make that first cut. That number currently -389, a 167.58 average. So we've talked about the importance of filling frames, making spares, and if you put yourself in position to shoot 180 to 190 every game, you're going to be pretty good to make a cut or 2 here at Junior Gold, and that's still looking to be the case. So Cassie De La Fuente from Texas, currently the cut number heading into this round on the girls' side. But obviously, there's a lot of room for folks to move up and down in the standings to make a run at the number.
Yeah, about 11 players are within 100 pins, and that's typically what we look at. Is about 100 pins. You can make about 100 in a block. This is a shorter block, so it's maybe 75 or so. But anything can happen. One good game, one bad game. It should be a lot of jockeying around for position there. But several players still, really trying to make it into this cut number, and they can take their chances moving forward.
Taking a look at the boys division, new leader alert. Tyrell Ingalls, member of Junior Team USA from Loganville, Georgia, moving into the top spot at plus 270. So for 12 games, averaging better than 222 so far for Tyrell. He has a 50 pin advantage over the day 1 leader, Kai Yamada from Hawaii, plus 220. Cameron Crow, the Junior Team USA and Team USA member, after winning the U.S. Amateur in 2020, sits in third place at plus 188. Jeremy Keenely, who had the 300 yesterday, had a real nice block earlier today. All games above 205 or better, plus 96 overall to get to plus 154 for the tournament. Will the Chill Clark into 5th place, plus 143. Jace Godell from Minnesota, plus 141. Then a bit of a drop in the boys division. Tied for 7th, Charles Bostic and Nick Luther at plus 44. Kenneth High, plus 39. And then Ryan Drekeson from Wisconsin, plus 33, rounds out your top 10. A total of 15 players averaging at least 200 or better. But going down to the cut in this division is 85th place. Currently minus 321, so a 173.25 average. So a couple pins in the average, kind of separating that cut number, but still pretty similar type of games that you have to be bowling, finding ways to stay clean. 180s, 190s, 2.0s, great games out here to make a few moves. So Jack Beauregard, currently 85th from New Hampshire at minus 321.
Yeah, about 20 players within 100 pins over on the boys' side. Want to give a shout out to James and Rick and the folks watching over on our Bowl TV platform in the chat. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can ask them, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you. And if you've been hidden under a rock the last couple of days and you're just joining us for some Bowl TV coverage here of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships here in Indianapolis, we have a lot more action coming for you coming up all the way through the 17th. So 10 more days after this of coverage. We've got the trade show this weekend. We've got a show on Friday here as it's unique this year, starting with the under 20 divisions to start things off. And then we come in next week with all the other divisions for you, using multiple bowling centers. It's going to be a lot of bowling, and we're hoping that you're going to come along for the ride with us here on Bowl TV, as we will be setting a record. We've been talking about it. Well, we're going to have 17 total stream channels for you next week. Currently, right now, we just have only 9, where you can go around the bowling center and pick and choose who you like to watch here on Bowl TV. I know many of you are watching on YouTube and Facebook, and we appreciate you watching there, taking a peek at Junior Gold, but we would like to have you come on board over here at Bowl TV. We've got some really affordable options for you. You can buy an event pass, $14.95, but I suggest getting a monthly subscription if you can, because that'll also get you some PWBA action once we're done with this event. And there's so many great events over here on Bowl TV. You should definitely check that out at bowltv.com.
Kind of noticing some similarities. You don't want to speculate too much on what the pattern is, but kind of noticing some similarities to the BVL Open pattern.
Oh, wow. That's fresh in your mind, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm curious we saw what Stephanie Zavala did there. If maybe some of the players that go a little more left to right might have some success on this pattern. It feels like the further right you get, the more it hooks. But then there's kind of a weird speed bump that is kind of there to make you scratch your head. What the heck was it? What happened there? I thought it was hooking, and then it stopped hooking, and then it started hooking again. And it was very confusing, very low scoring pattern. But on the other hand, Stephanie Zavala felt like it was a lead shot.
As I look around the pairs here at Expo, although there's certainly some tougher scores out there, there are opportunities. Looks like for a couple players, and there's going to be some decent scores. Just looking at our live stream pairs available, see an opportunity for a 241 heading into the 10th frame on 51 and 52. Cassie De La Fuente, who we mentioned was on the cut, has a chance to shoot 267 still. Tournament leader Jenna Williams had a chance to get into the 220s before a 9-pin stopped her. A couple other decent numbers out there, so
yeah, the one thing you're going to see too, like Mabel there, she's starting to string some strikes now, is when the players do get lined up, you're going to see high strike percentages because of the angle that they're playing now. They don't have to go left or right. They can pretty much go right up at them. And when they do get lined up, I mean, you could see 260s, 270s being shot, this afternoon, as opposed to earlier this morning, not being able to see the high games because of the area of the lane that you had to play. And just as I say that, higher carry percentage, we see an 810. Many of the pairs do just have 3 players on it, which is making for a very quick pace to play as well. James wants to know, what is the trade show and can you watch it on Bowl TV? Yeah, the trade show is where a lot of the vendors are available. Pro athletes are there, professional bowlers. It's an experience for all the participants to not only get registered and get their everything that they need to be set up for the week, but they also get an opportunity to visit with some of the great partners here that are associated with this Junior Gold Championships. And we will be coming to you live right here on Bowl TV from the trade show. We'll be talking to some of the vendors, probably have some pro bowlers on, and also we'll be talking to some of the competitors in the event, as well as a lot of other things we'll be getting into. So you may want to make sure you'll tune into that. And I believe we'll have 2 separate shows for you, and I believe that's on Saturday. If you guys want to help me out with the times on that, I'd appreciate it.
10 a.m. to noon and 2 p.m. to 4.
It's coming up Saturday. That'll be Eastern time zone, all times Eastern here over the course of these 2 weeks.
All right, folks, with game 1 wrapping up here from Expo Bowl and our girls division in the U20. That means for the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we unfortunately are going to say goodbye for the time being. So you're going to have to head over to bowltv.com to continue watching the final qualifying round here at the 2021 Junior Gold Championships for the U20 division. So once again, after this round, we will be making our first cut here from Indianapolis. Players moving on will be advancing to competition tomorrow morning, looking to continue through the advancers round and make their way to match play to the top 16 in hopes of making the stepladder finals on Friday and taking home a title here at the Junior Gold Championships. But you know it, got to head over to bowltv.com, folks. So we will take a quick break to get that settled and squared away. So if you're on bowltv.com, we'll be right back here on the main commentary channel in just a moment. But please feel free to make your way throughout the website to check out the other channels and on Facebook and YouTube. We hope to see you soon. Join us over at bowltv.com. We'll have a good time, we promise. All right, everybody, as we settle in to game number 2 here, final qualifying round from the 2021 Junior Gold Championships taking place in Indianapolis. Let's take a moment here on the main commentary channel, and we're going to head on over to Western Bowl, where JT is hanging out, and take a look at our leader after 3 rounds on the boys' side, Tyrell Ingalls. He's currently competing on Western 1.
As we take you over there. Here we are.
I was curious how long you were going to be able to.
I was curious how long it was going to take you to come over here. I thought you're leading me out there to say how long can this guy do this?
I was having some volume issues, making sure we had the sound of pinfall in the background. So we mentioned Tyrell Ingalls. He's actually going to be up on the far right of your screen right now. Young, powerful two-hander.
Yeah.
Did we just almost see that right?
Almost a sour apple.
Almost Aaron Smith right out of the gate.
That wasn't the lead-in I was hoping for. I queue up powerful and all that, and the pins do not cooperate there. There's plenty of power there.
He's kind of laughing about it.
That's all you can do in that situation. I know from experience.
I will say this, it's amazing to me how these two-handers pick 10 pins. I would just think that would be impossible.
It's not easy.
I mean, obviously they've got their tricks and the way they flatten out their wrists and everything like just a regular traditional bowler, but man, that's tough. Got a question here in the chat. I want to know, do you know if any of the lanes from All-Star Bowl will be streamed? And the answer to that, I believe, is yes.
It is, yes. 16 lanes, to be exact, will be live streamed from All-Star.
16 lanes, 4 channels. And when will our coverage begin for that one?
That would be Monday the 12th.
And our lead over there is going to be Curtis Von Kruger. Is that correct?
Correct. He's the All-Star.
He is. He is the All-Star. That's a good point. So he will be there. I don't know. I know we were efforting to get Smash Mouth to perform there as well. Perform their hit All-Star.
If not, we can, the right side of Plus can do a cover version.
That's true. Yep, definitely. Maybe an encore presentation with I'm a Believer. Following it up right behind is Smash Mouth also covered I'm a Believer, which would be some good motivation for a lot of the players after a couple of rounds when they're losing faith, if they can make the cut, just pull out a little bit of a lever over at All-Star. In all seriousness, though, it's going to be great coverage from over there. We're looking forward to that. Got a question from James. What does the U20 mean? That's a good question there. It means under 20 years old division. We kind of did a bit of a deep dive into this yesterday, but I realize not everyone can watch every waking moment of every minute that we're on the air. But Junior Gold years ago was just a boys and girls division is what it was called. And then I believe it was 2012 yesterday when we were talking about this is when divisions started getting offered and changed so that you could have an opportunity to experience match play and be crowned a champion instead of having like a 20-year-old youth bowler bowling against an 11-year-old youth bowler. It wasn't quite fair. So when you create the levels in the divisions, kind of like single A, double A, triple A, but you do it by age groups, it really added to this event, crowning multiple champions and such. So this year also is unique with all the COVID coming out of COVID, thank goodness, being able to have an event. Normally everyone bowls qualifying on the same days, including this division here, but this division's bowling earlier this year, and we're kicking off Junior Gold with the U20 divisions, both boys and girls, so to speak. And that's what we've been bringing to you yesterday for 2 squads. A squad this morning. We're on squad 4 here before we make a cut, and then come back tomorrow morning at 7:30 with our advancers round all the way up until a step ladder that we'll have for you here on Friday. And then we'll take a break from competition, and as we said, we'll head over to the trade show, and we'll live stream from the trade show, and then it'll be back to business. It'll be back to the lanes. And again, we're going to have 17 streams for you. We're going to have 4 different bowling centers covered, 4 streams from each center, and then a main channel where all of us will be interacting with you throughout the event. Each one of us that'll be at our respected bowling centers. So that kind of explains, gives you a rundown a little bit about this event if you weren't familiar with it. Hopefully that helps you answer your question. U20, under 20 years old. That's how that works.
And Mike, you mentioned, the U20 division bowling separately from the other divisions bowling this week. The U12, U15, U18 will be taking the lanes starting on Monday. And just as a note for anyone curious about that does have to do with a change that was made by USBC and the IBC Youth Development Team in changing the USBC youth membership age to 18 with the start of this season, the 2020-2021 season. So essentially, the U20 division now technically an adult division as part of Junior Gold. So a lot of this is still going forward, looking to help build Junior Team USA and looking at that. But, one of the things that potentially could have happened if everyone was bowling at the same time is all the U20 players would have to, follow similar to everyone, all the volunteers, all the staff would have to, follow to all the registered volunteer program protocols, the U.S. Center for Safe Sport and all that. So by having these take place at separate times, that allows the U20 as adult competitors not to necessarily interact with the youth competitors who will be bowling next week. So that's something from the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee to keep in mind, and USBC as the national governing body of the sport is making sure to follow through pretty strictly to those guidelines.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So do we have any? I know we don't necessarily talk about this stuff, but do we have any idea of what could potentially happen next year? Will this be in the front end of the event again? More than likely.
That was actually part of the announcement last week. We announced that Grand Rapids was going to be hosting the 2022 Junior Gold Championships. So that will be the case next year. So the U20 will kick off the action once again. And then the U12, U15, U18 will be coming to the centers following the trade show, following the registration and all that stuff. So this will probably be what it looks like moving forward.
Okay.
But for 2022, that is what it is looking like.
So will there be an opening ceremonies next year, or because of the format change, is that a goner, or any ideas on that?
I think particularly for this year, that was just a safety procedure and protocol situation.
Yep.
So I believe for next year, that is. I'm not going to say 100% sure. Who knows with everything going on?
I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm just curious for my own knowledge.
I believe there will be an opportunity for it if we feel comfortable, if the world feels comfortable. I could see that returning in 2022.
So then the opening ceremonies would more or less be for the other three divisions. Or would we do an opening ceremonies before the under 20?
Okay. No, typically, or with the original plan, it was going to be in between. So it was going to basically pair up with the trade show, kind of.
Right, like in years past.
Prior to, like the years past, correct.
Yeah, I was just wondering how that affects how, the U20. Their event will be over, and then they would attend opening ceremonies, right? So that's what I mean. There would be no opening ceremonies for the U20.
I actually heard that Right Side of Plus is going to be the opening act.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now.
Well, then they need to cancel the opening ceremony if that's the best they can do. Speaking of best they can do, I mean, Terrell Ingles is pulling a pretty good game here, and got basically nothing to show for it. He's got 79 in the sixth and a spare. He's left he left almost a sour apple, and then a blower 710, a 4.9, and then almost another blower 710 there. This pattern's very interesting. I do see some scores. As I look across the building, some good scores, I should say. Of course, there's scores. Everybody's got a score. But some good scores. But I also see a lot of low scores and a lot of carry issues.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Help him out here, Pins.
This is one of the all-time tap games I've seen.
Taking a look at Tyrell's bio page on Junior Team USA page. Once again, he is now a two-time member of Junior Team USA 2020 and 2021. He's had some nice runs here at the Junior Gold Championships. made the bracket in 2019, finished tied for 13th place in U20 division, and 2016 tied for 9th in U15. Was a member of the USA Bowling National Championships winning team in 2016 for U15. And had a very memorable day at the Team USA trials in 2020. In one round where he fired a 300 game and 800 series out of the gates on his way to lead the day and eventually get picked for Junior Team USA.
I remember that USA bowling show, Aaron. His team won. That was the first time I saw him bowl. And the first shot I saw him throw, Chad Murphy and I looked at each other and said, wow, this kid's going to be really good. And then he did nothing on the show to make us change that. I mean, I think he struck just about every shot. He finally gets a strike here in game number 2. And funny reaction.
That is the appropriate reaction after hitting the pocket every time and getting no hits whatsoever. That was appropriate there for Tyrell. Yeah, no, it's I remember that show as well, and kind of similar to talking about Jenna Williams a little bit last block, where you see someone's game, and all of a sudden, everything we've seen over with bowling, watching bowling over the years, that says this player is something special. Seeing Tyrell on that show, and the U15 division, so you got that aspect of it. You're on TV. There's the bright lights, and not only the poise to be so cool, calm, and collected and throw that many great shots, but the reaction you guys had, where all of a sudden you watch him bowl and you're like, that's hitting a lot of the check marks off the box of what a successful bowler does out there, and just the way he post shot, getting to the line, the aggressiveness of it. It was very fun to watch then, and it has continued to be fun here. And certainly no surprise to see him near the top of the leaderboard or leading as he is right now. Speaking of Jenna Williams, just got a nice little report from Mike Flanagan. She just fired at 279 in game 2 over here at Expo Bowl. So as we mentioned, she kind of let the field get a little bit closer after some early struggles in round 3, but it's a pretty nice start for her. She was in the 2 teens, so it looks like she's plus 94 after 2 games here on pattern number 4. So finally, a lot of success here early on the fresh of 4.
Well, it's going to be one of the better 150s you're going to see.
Bowling can be a tricky, weird sport from time to time.
So 156 for Ingles, and that's going to bring the lead probably back into question with 2 more games to go as to who's going to lead this division going into tomorrow. Obviously, that person will be safe. Really, you just want to keep your eye focused on the top 16. And the leaders had a big jump on that number going into this round.
I think that's a good point too, JT, with a little bit smaller fields this year. That's kind of something that I'm sure if a couple players have kind of been just keeping an eye on throughout the course of competition already, just through the qualifying rounds. And currently that number at -6 heading into round number 4. In the boys division, top 16 for the girls, -213. So a 182 average at the moment through 3 rounds. For the girls division to make the top 16, and just a shade under 200 on the boys side.
Yeah, and if you're in that group that's chasing that number, you want to try to get as close as possible. You'll have 8 more games tomorrow to make a run, but you want to try to get as close to that number as possible going into tomorrow. And the wild card for the boys is that they will actually move over to Expo tomorrow to bowl both of their advancers rounds. So a building they haven't bowled any competition in yet.
I think that is a good note to keep in mind for the folks who are watching these young men compete, is that they will be switching over to Expo for the rest of the way out. So all advancers round, all match play, and stepladder finals for U20 for both divisions going to be taking place at the 80 Lane Center at Expo. So it's going to be a combination of the girls division is going to stay on the high end of the house. The guys will be coming over and be bowling on the low end tomorrow, so we'll have a little bit more noise on where I'm hanging out at, but the good kind of noise that we like. So pinfall and strikes, and hopefully a lot of messengers too, because messengers are cool.
Oh, don't worry, there'll be plenty.
And in talking to Zach, it sounded like they're going to be moving back to the high side of the house for final advances round match play up into the stepladder, which will be coming back to the low end of the house. Gotta give a quick shout out to Zach Barton and everybody from IBC Youth Development for their tireless work to make the Junior Gold Championships a very awesome event each year. A lot of great folks putting in a lot of long hours this week from IBC Youth. And of course, all the volunteers this week as well. There's I don't have a hard number on it, but there is a great contingent of folks who come out here each and every year just to volunteer their time and give back to the youth bowling, and we certainly appreciate their effort for those folks coming out each and every year. Here at Expo, Darlene Baker and Alan Solomon out here making sure everything's running well as well. So we appreciate their time and dedication and effort to help build a future for the sport. Pretty crazy how quickly this is all moved so far here in the U20 division for both divisions. It's been very quick to nearly get to 12 games here. But remember to take a stop by bowl.com/juniorgold, or be sure to check out the USBC and Youth Bowling social media channels. Once we get the final scores, we'll be sure to post those so everyone can kind of know those cut numbers. Scores are tabulated at the end of each round, so we won't be able to get you that number on air. So those will be the resources to be checking out to keep tabs on your favorite athletes competing this week. Oh, 9-pin alert on 37. Goodness. All right, folks, we are into game 3 at Western Bowl for the U20 boys. Have transitioned into game number 4 here at Expo Bowl on our featured pairs. In our girls division. I'm Aaron Smith along with Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling and Jason Thomas.
Woo, woo, woo. Here I am.
Mike, I know you were taking a look at the scores over here on the other side of Expo. You said it looked like scoring pace was looking pretty good over there.
Yeah, the scoring pace is higher. And I think a lot of it has to do with this morning not being able to play the outside part of the lane and scores being low. And now they've been given the outside part of the lane and some friction, and they're taking advantage of it. And they're playing them the right way. And I sent you guys a picture of a 279 game over there. And just looking around, there were a lot of folks stringing strikes, bowling very, very well, and the pace of play is so fast over there that it's easy to get on a roll, and you don't have to sit and wait for a bunch of players to bowl and then go up, and the transition isn't as quick. So it's pretty much you get lined up on a pair and you can do a lot of striking. Obviously, they're not easy by any means. The ratios are still really flat at an event like this, I would assume. So not to take anything away from them. But I'm just telling you right now, they're bowling good, much better. Scores are better today on this later block.
Taking a look at the last block from Expo with pattern number 3. And it appears that only 5 players in the field averaged 200 or better. So we saw the scoring pace look a little bit lower. It definitely looked a little bit tougher to get the carry going as well with some of the deeper angles the players were having to play here. So nice to see them taking advantage of Pattern number 4 here, putting up some scores, making some good shots out there.
What did we miss over there?
Someone made a 5-pin.
Oh, okay. Just kind of a safe play there.
We did have a 4-6-7 conversion a little bit earlier. The block by Adam Driver. He used the force.
Is his mother Mini Driver by chance? Just curious. Asking for a friend.
Don't know.
If I had the last name Driver and I had a child, I think I would name them Taxi.
It's a good movie.
I really wouldn't do that, but maybe a middle name.
Well, that's going to do it for game number 3. I assume we'll bounce back over to watch the women this last game.
Yeah, they're getting done here.
All right, heading over to Expo 1, lanes 51 through 54. We have on 51 and 52. Shirley Sargent. Leah Grabowski and Jordan Munt. And Jordan early four-bagger. Over on 53 and 54, Mackenzie Ulian. Tyra Turner and Caitlin Orasek. Jordan 5 for 5 now over on 51 and 52. Kind of interested, gotten to see Jordan Munt quite a bit over the past couple months here on Bowl TV. Starting at the ISC, actually starting at sectionals, we caught her finish strong at sectionals to advance to the Intercollegiate Singles Championships. Had a nice showing on site at Spectrum Entertainment Complex in Wyoming, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids. I believe she was one match away from making the show. And then she also bowled one or two PWBA tour stops as well. After the collegiate season wrapped up, she competes for Tusculum. She catches the break there for 6 in a row. Oh, yeah. There we go. Wasn't the way she, I think, intended that one, but you got to take the hits when you get them out here.
I would love nothing more than to have to go over there with my camera and deliver 3 beautifully shots, I should say. That doesn't make any sense, though. 3 beautifully delivered pans of 3 beautiful strikes delivered to cap off, dare I say it, a 300 game. So this next shot is going to be the one that gets her over the hump here, because the announcer Jinx just came on. I announced a potential 300 game alert, and she's going to get the strike. I just have a feeling.
I believe there's more pressure on you now than her after that bold announcement.
Oh, yes.
Jordan was in great position to make this cut heading into this round. She actually, I believe, had the highest block earlier today. She shot 849 for her 4 games to move into 6th place overall. Started this block off at minus 12. Here is Jordan, frame number 7, lane 52. Right up the first arrow, up the hill. Oh, does not get the 10 pin out.
Wow, 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 wow. Good shot, though.
That's bowling, right? Throw Brooklyn and come back and pack one in the pocket and get 9.
So there's 279 out there, though, after the spare conversion. Just about wrapping things up over on 53 and 54. Still a couple frames to go here at 51 and 52. Back-to-back spares 267 still available for Jordan.
Let's get it. That's why, let's get it.
J-Rod in the chat is reading minds, Mike Flanagan. I was just thinking, here we are, we're in game 4, the final game of qualifying here at the 2021 Junior Gold Championships in the 20 and under division. And we have yet to do a giveaway yet this particular round, so let's take care of business on that, Mike.
Yes, sir. Let's do this giveaway. What are we giving away this time?
We're gonna stay consistent here. We've been pretty steady throughout the week. So one more time, Bowl TV T-shirt. It's going to be available to one lucky Bowl TV viewer. This is your first time visiting us on bowltv.com. Well, thank you. Welcome. We appreciate you joining us here this week and hope to see you throughout competition here at the Junior Gold Championships. What's going to happen for a giveaway is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a little message box that's going to pop up that says a giveaway will begin soon. Watch here to participate. They'll count down for 60 seconds. And then after that 60 seconds has concluded, another message box in the bottom left-hand corner, same spot, will say the giveaway has begun, and it will have a submit entry button paired up with it. All you have to do is click submit entry and you'll be entered for a chance to win. It's that simple, that easy. So if you are in full screen mode, we do suggest you take it out of full screen. Make sure you can see the chat and everything. But let's go ahead, get it started here. One lucky Bowl TV viewer will be taking home a Bowl TV t-shirt. So good luck, everybody. Click that submit entry button. Thank you again for being part of Bowl TV. All right, here's Jordan, 10th frame. And after the string of strikes to start, that 10 pin in the 7th. Fighting with her ball reaction a little bit, but has a makeable spare here. Got to take that move on. Shoot 240s. Having a great finish to the day. Come on, spare. Congratulations to Melvin. Melvin Tapora taking home a Bowl TV
Melvin.
t-shirt. So congratulations, Melvin. Our
Go,
marquee-
Melvin. Go, Melvin. It's your birthday. Go, Melvin.
Pretty cool. If it was the birthday day as well, that'd be a top tier present received.
Well, on your birthday, you get presents, so it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Melvin. Yeah, Melvin.
Bowl TV. Every day could be your birthday.
That's right.
Congrats again, Melvin. Our marketing team will be reaching out to you in the next couple of days to get your shirt size, get you all squared away. Get that sent out to you. Big thank you again to everybody for participating and being part of the Bowl TV community. 241, the final tally for Jordan. Some players to be starting game 4 and 53 and 54.
Yeah, over there's some pairs that were a game ahead. It looks like where we have these cameras here that they're going into game number 4 now. Some are already a few frames in. I know some pairs over there are done already. It's a nice shot there by Leah. Glad you're with us here watching continuous coverage of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships here in Indianapolis. My name is Mike Flanagan. Of Of course, I've been joined by Aaron Smith and by Jason Thomas. Aaron and I are here at Expo Bowl, home of the U20 girls. And JT is at Western Bowl, home of the U20 boys at this particular moment in the event. 4 rounds of qualifying across 4 different patterns. We're watching the 4th qualifying round right now. And we are making a cut here. We are cutting down from 129 U20 boys down to 85. Our cut after that, after tomorrow's advancers round, will be down to 50. And then after the final advancers rounds, we'll cut to the top 16 for match play. And in the U20 girls, 61 participants. We're cutting down to 40 today. Then 24 to the final advancers round, and then 16 for match play. Our coverage will pick back up tomorrow. After this game here, we will pick up tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And we'll have coverage, I'm guesstimating, up till about 10 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow, you're going to really want to settle in as we will be bringing you what could be 15 hours of coverage with a couple breaks in between. So our coverage really starts to ramp up tomorrow. And then we're going to take you all the way through crowning a champion here, which will be on Friday. We'll have a stepladder final for you in both divisions. And then that's going to wrap up these 2 divisions. And then we'll be back over the weekend for some fun from the trade show floor on Saturday. And then next week, we will be back with you with all the other divisions, 17 total streams. So that is what we have for you here from Indianapolis. Then after that, we'll give you a little bit of a break from the action so you can tune into the Olympics on NBC. And then it'll be PWBA time.
That is right. The Lucy, the PWBA, striking against breast cancer in mixed doubles will resume the competition on the PWBA tour. That'll be, I believe, July 29th is the kickoff for that until August 1st. And that will head directly into the Summer Classic Series taking place at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas.
Yep.
3 events and 1 regional, April 2nd to the 10th. Then the season will move west, head to a new venue here since the relaunch of the tour, head to Washington State, Pacific Northwest, August 19th through the 21st, Spokane, Washington. And then in the U.S. Women's Open to wrap up August. Bless you, Mike. But mixed in with all this, there are a couple of TNBA events as well coming up right after. Actually, one of them coming up over the course of this weekend.
Yeah,
it's going to be here on Bowl TV. So we had a couple of the regional Rodman events, the singles, the TNBA Bill Rodman Memorial Singles Classic for the Central and the Southern region take place last weekend. Was it last weekend or was it 2 weekends ago? 2 weekends ago. 26th and 27th of June here on Bowl TV. 5 divisions covered at each event. The Eastern stop will be heading to Delaware, I believe, and that'll be taking place the 10th and the 11th. Emil Williams Jr. will be heading out that way to cover that event. So that'll be ongoing during all the excitement that we have with the trade show on the 10th. So that'll be ongoing as well. But the 11th is practice day, so nothing from Junior Gold necessarily. So still have great Bowl TV coverage of the TNBA from the Eastern region for the 3rd Rodman Classic. And then the Reed Hawthorne Singles Classic will be coming up, I believe, July 24th and 25th. All on BowlTV.com. Here for our final game from our girls squad here in the U20 division. Over on 51 and 52, Hong Wen, Amanda Fisher, and Alexis Simonette. Over on 53 and 54, Emily Hughes, Leah Diener, and Natalie Helpme. Going to wrap up competition for the day on Expo 1. Once again, folks, as soon as the final scores are tallied and posted, we'll We'll be sure to share those across our social media channels. The Sport of Bowling USBC on Facebook, at USBC on Twitter, at US Bowling Congress on Instagram, and on the youth bowling pages as well. Be sure to give Youth Bowling a follow to keep up with all the latest news for young athletes competing on the lanes. At Youth Bowling, or actually it's at Youth_Bowling. That's for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The kids call it the gram nowadays, Mike. That's what I've been told.
Yes, they do. The gram.
Snapchat and TikTok as well. So kind of get toward the finish line here. I'll give a big shout out to our hosting centers this week for the U20 division and Expo Bowl in Western, and looking ahead to starting on Friday, the addition of 4 more centers to the mix: All-Star Championship, Strike Force, and Woodland. The Indianapolis area, a hotbed for bowling for a long time. And a lot of great centers, a lot of great proprietors, a lot of great folks in the bowling industry here in the capital of the Hoosier State. I'm very thankful for them to be able to provide us with these great facilities to welcome the top young bowlers from across the nation here for essentially 2 weeks in some capacity. So support those proprietors, folks. Check out your local bowling center, get some games in. There's a couple shots left here on this particular channel from Expo. So Expo 2 is already wrapped up.
Yep, just a few shots left here. This will conclude 16 games of qualifying. That's a lot of games over 2 days.
A lot of games indeed, Mike. I think that's an interesting thing for these U20 athletes. Obviously, for most of them, they've competed in the Junior Gold Championships a couple of times, and we talked about it a little bit earlier on the broadcast about the U20 now being separated from the U12, U15, U18. So their schedule a little bit different than what it's been in the past. So typically, it's been 4 days of qualifying, 4 games a day to kind of get to that first long day where you're bowling a lot of games, which is the advancers round and the final advancers round, which is a 10 game day typically, and then if you advance, there's match play rounds as well that evening. So a little more wear and tear, I guess, in the qualifying days here through the first two blocks here, but these competitors knew what. Junior Gold is a long week, regardless, especially if you're making a run. It's going to be not only grueling patterns, tough patterns, a lot of shot making. Hopefully the spare ball is treating you well, but a lot of back and forth, a lot of traveling. You kind of get used to those long days, so a little bit different for them, but also an opportunity for them to kind of do things in a different way here in 2021.
Yeah, a little less conversation, a little more action.
Work a little Elvis in there. I see what you're doing.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Staying over at Expo, a few more shots before our competition is completely wrapped up. In the U20 girls division.
I thought we were going to be finished here before Western was finished up, but looks like with the way things kind of transpired here, we're going to be the last ones to be done. Looks like.
Yeah, taking a look at Western now, I see JT's first pair is all wrapped up.
Yeah, I just went through them all. Tell you what, this is it's great to be back in the saddle here. It's great to have Junior Gold back. Junior Gold always evolving, always being different each and every year. Tweaks here and there. This year starting out with the U20 division, a little different for me. Normally that's the last show. And it's almost kind of like starting out with the grand finale up front. No disrespect to any of the other divisions, but everybody, like we talked about yesterday, PBA, PWA gets the most viewership because they're the most advanced bowlers. And in this format, the most advanced bowlers are the oldest bowlers typically, although Jillian Martin might have something to say about that as we bring the coverage to you next week. But this is where you discover future superstars within our sport, and that's really what you're tuning in to watch. And to all the parents and family members that have purchased Bowl TV to be able to tune in and watch, we appreciate you doing so. And yeah, we can't cover every single lane. One day maybe we can, but I can tell you, your support means a great deal, and the more people that support Bowl TV, the more this can be expanded. And I think the United States Bowling Congress has done a really nice job of expanding Bowl TV as the subscriber growth has happened. We're going to set a record here this week with 17 streams at one time from 4 different bowling centers. That's never been done before. So just being an independent contractor that gets the call once in a while to come grace the airwaves here, I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it. And I too am a Bowl TV subscriber, and I get to watch it as well. And it's a great, great tool to learn more about the game, to interact with other like-minded folks. And one other thing I really like about it, no matter who's on the air, you can have an honest conversation with whoever's bringing you the action and have a nice back and forth and answer any questions for you. And even this platform here that we're using for Bowl TV has been enhanced and is continuing to get better and better. And that's what will continue to happen right here on Bowl TV. So appreciate all of that, everybody, and a few frames left here as we wrap up day number 2 and say goodbye to some competitors as we make our first cut.
All concluded from Western Bowl. So we saw Jordan Munt fire 241 last game. Scoring pace is going to slow down a little bit for her with the spare. She can still get it to the 170s here. Rhea Grabowski, 10th frame yet to go. Another day just about in the books here from the Junior Gold Championships. Once again, bowl.com/Junior Gold. Place to be for information, schedule, standings, and more. Nice shot there, Lev. Let's get a couple more just like that. Our first cut will be taking place. 40 young ladies and 85 young men will advance to Thursday's competition, bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. They'll all be here at Expo Bowl for the rest of the U20 competition. All right, folks, that's going to wrap things up here from Western Bowl and Expo Bowl for qualifying. 16 games in the books here at the 2021 Junior Gold Championships in Indianapolis. So with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up our coverage for the day. So as always, a big thank you to everyone for joining us here throughout the course of the broadcast. We're getting to see the future of the sport on display here at the Junior Gold Championships. And always exciting to watch these young competitors do their thing out on the lanes. Once again, done for the day. We'll be back 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the advances round. Both the boys and the girls here in the U20 division as they continue their quest for the stepladder finals and an opportunity at spots on Junior Team USA, scholarship money, and a junior gold title. But that's going to do it for right now. So we're going to go ahead and sign off for so we get prepared for tomorrow. Big thank you, as always, to the USBC and BPAA and their board of directors for their continued support of youth bowling. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of USBC, Junior Gold, IBC, PWBA, Brunswick, Motive, Roto Grip, and Storm, our gold industry partners, our competitors this week, providing amazing competition for us to watch here from the Junior Gold Championships. The Bowl TV community, as always, for doing your thing. We enjoy being able to bring these broadcasts to you throughout the course of the year. Look forward to doing so for the rest of Junior Gold in 2021. So for Mike Flanagan of Inside Bowling, Jason Thomas, my name's Aaron Smith. We are signing off from the day. Be sure to check bowl.com/juniorgold and our social media channels for USBC and youth bowling to find out who is moving on to the next round here from the Junior Gold Championship. So everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you Thursday, bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, from the Junior Gold Championships. And remember, folks, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. We'll see you tomorrow.